left out as Terry Labonte comes up. Brings the big rooster on the outside.
Didn't seem like that Terry today, but becoming a force here now.
Okay, Earnhardt Jr. is strong. Look at him stay in the middle and even pull up a little bit. Well, 4 of the last 6 Winston Cup events have been won by Joe Gibbs Racing. 2 for Bobby Labonte, 2 of the last 3 for Tony Stewart. And he watches his drivers, hoping that one, Bobby Labonte, is going to be able to hang on and win a Winston Cup title. Let's go down to John Kernan.
And I'm with Coach Joe Gibbs. And Coach, it looks like you might, as you're watching the monitor here, it looks like you might be holding your breath a little bit. In any of your Super Bowls while coaching the Redskins to the championship, did you ever have to hold your breath?
It's exactly what I'm doing right now. It's just a matter of where you wind up getting shuffled. To see him run 3 abreast like that, you know, it scares me. I think I'm going to find a quiet place to pray here for a little while.
How does it compare molding a championship race team to putting together a championship football team, or is there a good comparison?
I said to everybody that you know, it's almost exactly the same number of people. It's just as hard, if not harder. We've never won a championship over here, so that's what we're fighting for. That's why all this makes you so nervous. But it's exactly the same because you win with people. You don't win with cars or X's and O's.
Well, that's how they have built a championship team, and we'll let him get back to watching the monitor so he can continue to hold his breath, as we all are, down here on pit road.
1996 inductee in the National Football League Professional Football Hall of Fame. Talking about Joe Gibbs, 3 Super Bowl victories and 4 trips. Well, Mike Skinner is pedaling toward the front, or trying to, Ray Dunlap.
Well, Jerry, on the radio, Skinner says those 2 tires weren't a problem at all. The car feels great, bestest driven all day long. Well, how long that'll last, who knows? But boy, as he worked his way back up, you talk about ebb and flow. He went from 27 all the way up now where he might have a shot at taking the lead.
We haven't talked much about the guy running the second, Benny Parsons, but what a job.
Yeah, Terry Labonte's done a terrific job. Labonte started in 17th position, has worked his way up to 2nd spot.
Tony Stewart, apparently a problem for the Home Depot Pontiac. Let's go to John.
About a half lap ago, Tony Stewart radioed his crew and said, hey, she's loaded up, something's going on here. So they're bringing him in, they're changing all 4 tires, should be able to go to the end of the race now, but it depends on how he comes out on the pack. And he kills the engine, but he refires it and goes on his way. So we'll see if he can catch up with the pack. He may be in big danger of losing a lap if he's out there running by himself, but he should be able to go the rest of the way.
Well, he's certainly going to lose a lap. There's no doubt about that. Here comes the pack off the corner, and about the time he gets up to speed, the pack will be coming to catch him. There he is going down to turn 1, and here comes the big pack of cars. He's running about 80 miles an hour, and they're running about 190 miles per hour, and of course they're about 3 or 4 wide.
They'll catch him going into turn 3, coming off of turn 4.
Terry Labonte, that last lap, led the race in the Kellogg's Chevrolet.
And also back on pit road to car number 7, you Michael Waltrip fans, back in the pits. And more from the Tony Stewart pits with John Kernan.
Jerry, the problem was the left rear, a few of the lug nuts had worked their way loose, because you could see on the wheel how the holes, instead of being perfectly round, they were kind of oblonged out as the tire vibrated just a little bit. But they caught it, got him in before he had a problem, got the tire changed, the lugs tied on this way, and they can go the rest of the way.
Folks, we talked about a record race today. It has been 14 years since we've had 19 or more different drivers lead a race. When did that happen? Right here at Talladega back in July of 1986. There have been 19 different drivers in this race today leading. And we've still got a ways to go. 52 laps.
There goes Tony Stewart going a lap down. Terry Labonte out front, up on the outside.
Now we see his teammate Bobby Labonte come up on the inside, try to get hooked up with the Home Depot Pontiac.
Looking from high above, courtesy of the fine folks at Pennzoil. On our Pennzoil Copter Cam, giving you a bird's eye view of this massive 2.66 mile facility. And folks, there are still 32 cars on the lead lap, and they are within a second of the leader. That's how close it is with 51 laps to go. 4 races remain after this one today. And 36-year-old Bobby Labonte trying to hang on for a championship while his brother Terry Labonte would like to go to victory lane at Talladega in today's Winston 500. Back with more live coverage in just a moment.
The 60 car too.
Yeah.
60 cars in 4th place.
How about that, huh? Back at Talladega Superspeedway with Texas Terry showing the way. 140 laps in the books, 48 laps to go. If you just joined us, there are just 4 cars out of it. Kevin LePage has had engine problems, as did Jeremy Mayfield and Sterling Marlin. Dave Marcus brought out the first caution flag today on lap 103 with engine problems. His car rolled to a halt. The 26 car, Jimmy Spencer, has been off the racetrack with a broken shock absorber. He is back on the track some 29 laps behind. And the 32 car just a moment ago, Scott Pruitt, has gone behind the wall. He cut a tire and had some sheet metal and front end damage. They are working on his car, the Tired Ford.
And so far, we've had 38 lead changes. I told you, we averaged 35. A little bit more than average today. We have 1 more lead change. Dale Earnhardt, the 3 car, goes back and forth, passing behind. And we see on the outside, Jerry Nadeau trying to go by that runner. Fourth, fifth, take your pick for a spot.
3 deep, 3 wide for about 3 rows of cars, 4 rows of cars there.
The last time we had this many drivers lead a race, I told you, was 14 years ago. On that day, in July of 1986, we had a first-time winner. Bobby Hillin got his first Winston Cup victory.
On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Budweiser Chevrolet. As he looks back at a couple other Chevrolets on your right, Mike Skinner on your left, Jeff Gordon. All this is at 190 miles per hour. Nadeau comes down, tries to take the lead with help from Matt Kenseth.
Jerry Nadeau has not won a Winston Cup race. This is his 99th career start, driving this year for Rick Hendrick, Michael Holligan.com Chevy.
Clear by 2, yeah.